this isn't a scheduling episode of the podcast. I did about the disability thing. It's really frustrating because disability gets hardly mentioned, and when it does, it's super negative and super objective based. And what I mean by objective based is it's very much ability equals weakness, or disability equals weakness, rather than a more subjective viewpoint, which is disability has changed over time. Like there's 5 different pages about. Hang on, there's something. I've opened a new tab for some reason. But there we go. Whereas tattoos goes into this whole history of even back to like Neanderthal days, like 5,000-year-old mummies that have been found. Disability is always pictured within terms of World War II, especially in the European continent. So like the eugenics program of the Nazis, and as someone who's half German on my mom's side, it's very frustrating when that's the only conflict that comes up. I'm just like this. Yes, we need to recognize it. Yes, it was horrible, but it's not the only conflict in world history. It's like people just freeze there and that's that, because it's the most well known. But we fail to really focus on movies about the Versailles Treaty that destroyed Germany's economic system and paved the way for Hitler. I'm not blaming us. I'm like, it's just kind of a historical history channel whitewashing. Sorry. But the point is, it's very frustrating to have all these detailed things about gender, about tattoos, which is fascinating because it is interesting to see tattoos as either a symbol of status, background, or a symbol meaning based on where resistance came, if femininity and masculinity, or the message that it's okay to talk about death, as memorial tattoos usually do, and that's fascinating. But I get frustrated that all that disability history gets is that moment in the gas chamber, or like sterilized in the 1960s and 70s under the Sterilization Act. And as my mom pointed out when I was kind of laughing about this earlier, just pain laughing like that. She was kind of like, why can't it be more like contemporary, like K-Fox, or even more positive? Like, you've seen my videos on Joseph Merrick, and we don't talk about him. We don't talk about how he changed Dr. Treve's medical view of him to see him as more dynamic. Because if you look at the beginning of the chapter of the doctor's autobiography, he definitely sees Merrick as this poor wretch. He literally says that, and then by the end of it, he's seeing him as one with Christ. It's actually quite beautiful. But the point is, there's not a lot of symbolic work with disability to show that we have dynamic lives, we have different experiences, we have a stronger history than just being locked away, sterilized, and being or abused, and that's kind of the really frustrating thing, because I think that's what causes the nightmares sometimes as well, as this sense of always being seen in the negative, always being seen as, when my parents die, what am I going to do? And fortunately for me, because of my faith, I have great trust that everything's going to work out. And I believe in many Mother of Gods. Like, I have my representation of the God, the divine feminine as well, so I know I'm gonna be okay. And the beautiful thing is that after I really took the faith seriously, I stopped being afraid of male home care workers giving me a shower. And that was a huge day for me. It wasn't a big event, but I just realized this new worker came in, and for once it didn't take me like 3 visits to get comfortable. So he could, do what he needed to do, wash me, and yeah, so that's a big positive, but the fact is, the fact that worry is constantly reinforcing my academic life, or was reinforced by my academic studies, especially as a feminist student, is not fair. We deserve to know who our Gloria Steinem was in the disabled world. We deserve to know who our Martin Luther King was. We deserve to know the good, able-bodied people who basically it's like, no, stop sterilizing them against their will. What are you doing? This is cruel. And we don't get to read that part. I only read the snobby, things from the 1800s that just went, no, there. We need to protect the moral hygiene of our society. And that can get to a person's psyche, like I said, nightmares. So, if I do have that, when I have that meeting with the president, being plain language there, I will set up a video for you guys to pray for me, because if they're very good about it, it might bring some things up again, but we have to be seeing in more dynamic ways so that someone like myself can feel good about themselves and not have nightmares just because they get their homework. So yeah, you're beautiful, you deserve to be here, and you have creative energy as much as anybody else. Love you and have a good night. God bless. Fearfully and wonderfully made, guys. That's all I'm trying to say.